Good morning, students. Today we are going to learn about the process of selection. We have observed in the recruitment that two parties are trying to create a contact between one another and try to know about that vacancies are there on one side, employer are knowing that there are few candidates. Now when they have information about one another, what next to be done to get the appropriate employee? So the next is that is the process of selection, that after recruitment process, when the probable employee approach the business unit, now here they are approaching, now here they are actually applying and trying to contact with an organization. The following process to be undertaken for the selection. You have decided that I like the organization and I want to join. But is it possible that organization welcome you like that? They are going to take a long procedure and decide whether are you a suitable candidate or not. So in that procedure, the very first step is that welcoming and the primary meeting. Here when you enter, the receptionist do primary investigation. You have to submit the all the data, all the information and all the qualification and other application form and other certificates. So here the suitability of the candidate is going to be judged, so that here the prevention can be done of improper and unsuitable candidate at initial stage only. When you go and approach for the job, when you enter, every individual have their own personality. If from the first sight itself, if your documents itself talks about that you are not that sort of a person which can be enrolled in such a esteemed institution, so there and there only at a very first stage there will be a screening done at a welcome stage only, and at the very first stage you are going to be eliminated. At that second, that receiving and the screening of application. Now you have handed over your applications. Your applications are received. They are going to see that submitted educational qualifications are as per requirement or not. The experience that what you have mentioned, they will see whether experience what they want according to the position. At a top level, they need a well qualified and experienced person. At a bottom level, and for the laborious work and for the ground level work, experience may not count that much. The knowledge and the skill documents are also checked whether according to demand the all suitable applications and your certificates are there or not. So here the further scrutiny. Those who are not fit in the criteria which is decided by the company are going to be eliminated. So it may possible that here the 1000 applications are received. At first stage only the 100 or 200 applications will be rejected. At a second screening level, here another 100 or 200 applications are to be rejected. Now only the very sustained and capable candidates, for them they will be undertaking necessary test. They don't want to spend their money, they don't want to spend their time. They are going to take the test only for those candidates who are capable, who are qualified. So in the first two stages, most of the screening will be done by the management. In the test, the various ability of an candidates are to be checked out. The very first is that is the IQ test. Now this particular test section can be asked even as a separate question for the 2 marks. You have to prepare that how many tests are undertaken in the selection procedure. So this can be done as there for the short question also, and the whole process of selection to be prepared for your 5 mark question, that is a long question you have to prepare. So here the IQ test, the very first test, that IQ level, whether intellectual level is there of a candidate or not. Here they try to see the candidate is having the common sense, ભણ્યા પણ ગણ્યા નહીં. We used to see that so many well qualified people are not actually successful in their actual life. All doctors are coming out, not necessary, all are earning, all are performing so well. So just having a certificate is not sufficient. Your common sense is required, your abilities are required. So common sense is there or not, your memory power is there or not, you have the smartness or not, the power of decision making. There will be so many quiz questions will be asked, and try to decide whether you have proper decision power or not, whether your decisions are perfect or not. They try to analyze. They are going to see that the thinking capability of the person. So all these aspects will be checked in the IQ test, in the section of your IQ test. The second is that is aptitude test. Here in the aptitude test, the interest level of the candidate of a specific work to be checked. A candidate become an engineer because parents said, because society demand, because the peer group, all the friends were going for engineering, so I also have done the engineering. The person may not have interest at all in that field. So that here in that 3 idiot, this particular aspect is explained very well. That whether you have the aptitude for the particular profession in which you are going to perform, that to be checked out. Your interest is there or not, that is the most important thing for what you are going to pursue in future. The third test is that is the trade test. In this, your skill aspect will be checked. Are you capable of handling the instrument? You are an engineer and you are going to work with the plant and machinery and with the manufacturing activity. So are you capable of handling the machines? You know the identification of each and every instruments and tools. You have that much knowledge that which tool is used at which particular plant and for what purpose the things are used. So here the trade test, the candidate has a necessary skill to perform the job pertain to which the job he has applied for. A specific test questions and practical approach questions and the practical are to be taken to see whether the candidate is capable in handling the required things or not. The last one, that is what the psychological test. Your mental abilities and your nature. Here the nature of the candidate, the self-confidence of the candidate to be checked out, the attitude towards the work, towards your life, towards the approach. So all these things are to be checked, the habits of the candidate and how capable you are to control the stress, to control the work pressure, to control and digest the situation. So what is your psychological condition, your attitude towards the work? All these various aspects of the human are checked in the various stages. So the result of all these stages, again there will be a good screening done by the management. So you have screened out around 200 over here, 200 over here, you have screened out 500 over here. So here altogether you have screened out so many number. Now 100 only left with you and your requirement is that you need 10 candidates. So out of 100, still you have to further eliminate and your final selection is going to be for 10 to 20 members only. Now the next, that is the personal interview. So with 100 people, you are going to have the face-to-face personal interview. You see the photograph. In photograph, person may look so smart, but actually when you talk with the person, you find that person is not even able to speak or have that eye contact and face the questions. So you have to have a personal talk with the candidate to know the abilities of the person. theoretical knowledge may be there, but the personality aspect also has its own value in the management, a value in the organization. So here the personal interview will be taken by the committee. For 1 mark you have to have a question that who are the committee members for the personal interview. By the committee that consists of the representative of the top management, the departmental head are there, the personal manager are there, and you may have an outside expert. So in your engineering and in your medicine and in your professional studies, you must have faced that viva. It's very similar like a viva. It's an open exam. Anything can be asked. Sky is the limit for such type of personal interview. And normally what you suggest that I have prepared this, in that aspect only they drill you up to the great extent. That is what their main tendency, to pull you down or to check your depth. So in this manner, the personal interview, the departmental head will ask his department concerned item, the top management will see the financial aspect with that person, the personal manager going to see the all rest of the thing as a person how good you are, and the experts going to check the topic that what concern to for which the candidate has applied. So in this manner there should be a selection on the qualitative base. So there won't be any bias or there won't be any nepotism, and the true genuine selection possible. That's why they try to keep as much as 4 to 5 members in the interview committee. So here again, out of 100 as per our story, in the personal interview you may have rejected 20. So now you have 80 members with you. Now you will go for that checking of reference. When mainly for the higher top management and for the job what you have applied, you may not be a fresher, you may be working earlier, so you have some reference. And even you are the freshers, you have written the name of few members, those who know you and can give some reference about you and assure your abilities and assure your behavior. So here the reference checking done. It may be done with the present job that what you are working, or it may be with the past employer. Means before this job also you must have worked. So you may have an history of the past employer, or you may have the present employer can report about you. Now reference can be checked. You can write the email, you can do the telephonic talk, you can ask a questionnaire to the personnel department of that present employer where you are working, and in this manner they try to see that what information you have given all are true, fair, and all are honestly submitted by you or not. So how you are on actual workplace, that can be judged on the basis of the reference. So reference can help the company a lot to know about the person. So here with the personal interview you have made the number 80. Now with the checking a reference and all the doubtful candidates you have cut out, and now you are end up with the number 60. Okay, you need actually 20. You want to make a list of 30. 10 extra. Why? To make a waiting list. So for that you want to go up to only 30 members. So here the next step you are moving, that is the primary selection you have given. Here list of the selected candidates prepared with the more numbers. Whatever number you need, you will go for little extra. Why? Because the waiting list we want to prepare, that's why. So next time when the requirement arises, we are not going to start with a scratch. We have already worked on this time. So with that number we have the sufficient selected candidates. So you prepare the primary selection and you inform the candidates about their primary selection. After a primary selection, there will be a physical medical examination. You may have your own hospital or your health center. Then you can refer to those candidates to go approach the health center and they will get their physical examination done. Normally in this type of physical examination, they do that blood sugar, they do the blood test, they do their BP, they do their eye checkup, they do their height and weight, and the normal health, basic norms of the normal health are there or not. So that is what the thing. So you may specific hospital, all are not having their own health center. So you are informing a specific hospital at what they are supposed to go, or you may say the particular name of a doctor at that place they have to go and get it done, or the medical center of own, that what company is owning. So at any of the place, as you say, there the candidates will go and get done their medical examination. After the medical examination, now there are elimination, and what you wanted, that is the 30 number, only that 30 number you have selected. Out of 30, 20 you want to give that appointment letter, and 10 you are keeping into the waiting list. So in this manner, to the 20 member that what you are looking for, you will give a appointment letter. So here the appointment letter, it's a letter offered by the management, by the employer to the employee, in which you describe that the nature of work, what work they have to do, the workplace, at what place they have to work, the designation at what they are appointed by the management, the rights and responsibility. Always the rights and responsibility go side to side. We have learned that elements of authority. In that, always the rights, duties and accountability fall together. So rights and responsibility to be mentioned. Most important, the remuneration. What you are going to offer actually, that to be clearly mentioned in black and white print, so that no confusion, with financial as well as non-financial details are to be included. Financial what remuneration to be given, and additional other benefit in that what you are going to give. So appointment letter to be given to 20 what you are looking for. Now the last, after getting an appointment, they will approach the company and they will come to the company to join the job. So here that you have to do the induction into the organization, and allotment of the work has to be done. So induction, or you can say orientation. You have to orient, after all they are the outsider. So the outsider need to be informed, need to be acquainted with the work organization. So here the introduction of the company policy, you have to inform that what about, what is the theory of the company. We are going to say the environmental update of the company, that to be given. Who is going to be the superior or the colleagues and the subordinates, all are to be introduced, so that from next day onwards when they start work, they feel that they know one another, and introduction has to be done. So all are introduced to the candidate. The job, work and duties are to be allotted to the candidate, and whatever the basic necessary training to be given, that training has to begin from the very next day. So in this manner, the whole procedure to be undertaken to select a proper candidate, so that later on you may not regret that the right person selection not done. You have to take time, you have to spend money, and you have to do the proper selection procedure, because once the employee is taken, it is difficult to kick out that employee, and in that case we will find legal problems, So at time of selection only all the necessary extra care to be taken, and the best available candidate who can do the justice to the objectives and goal of our organization has to be appointed. So this is what all about selection procedure. Dear students, you have to prepare this question very well. Repeatedly this question is asked for 5 marks. So these points what are written here all are has to be there in your answer. Elaboration to be done as per your abilities, but points are to be covered. That's why all important points are written for your reference. Thank you.